Good morning. So today is Friday the 13th. So I wanted to do like an illustration that'll fit the day for a change, and I've just quickly sketched this little image of Jason Voorhees. He's like stood there with his jacket on and a machete and his hockey mask. And there's a little jetty thing. I think it's called a jetty. And then there's the lake in the background. So I want to do a larger drawing of that and put it on here and just see what I can do. Now, Friday the 13th, it's supposed to be an unlucky day, but I haven't really had any bad vibes from Friday the 13th. Only like the enforced vibes from other people saying it's a bad day, but I've never been unlucky on that day. So unless I get struck by lightning while I try and do this, I'll just wait and see. So I'm going to do a little bit of a time lapse, just sketch this out on there and just see how it goes. Right, so this is where we're at with this Jason Voorhees illustration. Drawn pretty much the figure that I want there, and you know, the head, it's slightly off on the side, but I don't care, it's only a drawing. I've got to wink the jetty thing, I think that's what it's called, a jetty, or a little wooden thing, and the lines for the lake. Yeah, I think it's just going to be like the lake there. I'm not going to draw any background trees or anything way up there. It's mainly concentrating on this. You know, there's Jason Voorhees, there's a jetty because there's practically one of them in every movie, and the lake is also mentioned in most of the movies. And you know, he was like chained in the lake. I like that one for a bit, and then you know, obviously because he drowned as a kid in there, so there's the lake. So that's the main elements that I wanted in the illustration. So I'll probably carry on with this, but I'll probably have a break and try and do some other drawings along the way. Now this camera needs charging, so I'll have to do that first. So I don't really want to switch to this other one because it's a Kodak ZA8. This was the old one that I used to use. I can understand the need for using this, but I can't really zoom in as clear as that right here unless it was right up close, and it won't be able to see much of this. You'd see like a specific bit. That's why I used to hold this camera, but that's the old one. I do it for various things, but not for up close drawing anymore. I'm going to need a new camera eventually. Maybe a higher megapixel, so I can take much of a wider shot and zoom in. That's the ideal one to get. I don't exactly know which one to get, but I'm going to shop around and save up. Well, save up and then shop around in that order, and get a new camera eventually. And then this one that I'm using will be become the old camera, which I'll still use. So unless it stops working, sometimes that happens, but hopefully it'll last a bit longer, and we'll see. So I'm going to start drawing some other stuff as well, and then we'll come back to this hopefully. I know I've said that with other drawings, but I'll try. So I've erased a few pencil lines here and there just on the figure of Jason, so I'm going to start to layer in some grey tones now. I'll do that probably all over the figure. So I hope to just like do a lot of grey tones on this illustration, and then build up the grey tones and then lay over the colours over the top. We'll see how it goes with the colours. all the shadows, build up the layers of the sword as well. So that way I've inked on the machete sword there, that's like rust forming as well on the blade, so I can maybe try and go back to that and try and sort some colours out for that. I'll do that right at the end once I've, you know, done most of this colour, this grey. And this jacket will be like a really faded green colour. So, got the first layer of grey down. That was Cool Grey 3. I'll try and actually get some darker bits down. I've got a Cool Grey 4 there. Try and just go for the darker areas. Just try and make them slightly darker. That's a nice dark look to that. Right, a bit of shadow there where the knife, well, this machete sword is. There's some inner shadow where the shirt is there. So here's a quick preview of a drawing video which will come up tomorrow. I'll be uploading it. It's like based on an old idea. I drew a monster way back in 2009 as a drawing video, and I thought I'd redraw it and just make it all different, you know. Added lots of detail, but I just thought I'd show you a quick preview, and you'll see that in the video tomorrow. So there we go. Right, I'm just trying to do this little jetty thing with the wood texture. Just trying to do some nice wood like lines, and then each one has got a thicker, each plank of wood has got like a thick line separating it, so I don't get mixed up with the other lines. Want some to be, these wooden bits look like they've been well trodden on. That's why there's thicker lines, and other stuff. It'll look quite good once I've coloured it later on. At some part, I don't think I'll colour it today because it's already late. That's why I've got my daylight lamp on. Yep, getting the wood textures. So, as I suspected, today hasn't been that unlucky. Friday the 13th. Nah. I just got a little bit done today. By now that other video I should have uploaded, how to draw a monster. It's not really a how-to, but it's, you can follow along and see, so it's sort of like a how-to, but mainly just watch me draw sort of thing. Yeah, so I'm just going to carry on with this, and I'm going to call it a night for this vlog, or call it a day, or whatever. I always get that wrong. And yeah, I'm going to chill out tonight. Well, apart from editing and uploading this video, maybe try and finish some drawings. Just do what I can. In the background I've done some fan lines with the ink pen, the thinnest ink pen I could find. So when I rub the pencil lines out, there'll be these thin lines just to use as guide lines for the water. I'm going to do the water last. In fact, most of the colouring is going to be last. So I've got all that. There might be another bit there which is sort of obscured by some grass here and there. We'll work on that. I'll swing this back around. I've already started, I'll just pull back a bit. Started to colour in a bit of the blade with the blood on it and things, and just the red marks. And I'm sure he had blue eyes, but I can't remember. So yeah, that's that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a bit more later on, and I'll call it a night for this vlog. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now.